Hello and good morning from Acadia National Park, September 21st, 2021. Just wanted to check in. We're on a long road trip with the family, the wife and my son Flint. They're inside waking up for the day. Trying to get my coffee going here to get myself kind of motivated. We're going to do a quick walk around of the park. We're at the Seawall Campground, which is kind of on the quieter side of the island. We love it down here. There's some cool local restaurants. We've been here for 5 days total. There is all kinds of biking and hiking and awesome views and water crashing over the rocks. We could spend 2 weeks here easy. But just wanted to check in while we're out traveling, and going to show you a few aspects of the campground. And people are always welcome to reach out to me on my blog with questions and recommendations, and we'll just do a quick tour. Here's a good look at our campsite that we were able to get at Acadia National Park. We do have a Sprinter base B plus RV. Our son, he calls it Reevy. At an younger age, he had a hard time saying RV, so obviously it turned into Reevy. This is our tow car that we've been using. It's a 2021 Subaru Crosstrek. There's a lot of controversial information out there whether or not you can flat tow, and I don't really want to get into a lot of details in this video, but it is a manual shift. It's doable. I'm doing it. Subaru just doesn't give you a lot of clear information whether you can do it or not. Something you kind of have to decide to do for yourself. We've been doing a lot of biking, obviously, with our bikes up on the roof. This is the Sea Loop at Seawall Campground. One of my favorite things about camping is just kind of walking through the campground and seeing everybody's different rigs that they have. Sea Loop at Seawall is also the only area, because you got A, B, and C at the campground, that you can run generators on restricted hours. So we are running a generator to charge our batteries, make a cup of coffee, and we actually use an induction cooktop to cook a lot of the times. You can see this guy here, he's got his fiberglass trailer, and he's got a little e-bike. You can actually rent e-bikes in the park. There's like 40 some miles of trails that you can bike in the park. And they're not that hard, and it's beautiful, and I highly recommend it. I'm back at my campsite here. Some people are going to think this is silly, but I try to be the nicest neighbor possible. So at the Seawall Campground in the Sea Loop, you can run a generator. Of course, this is September. It might change different parts of the year. Check before you're going to come. But you can run a generator from 8 to 10 a.m. in the morning, like if you cook and charge batteries. And then you can run a generator from 4 to 7 in the evening to charge batteries and cook and whatnot. Our rig does actually have an onboard 3200 watt diesel generator. It meets National Park guidelines of under 60 decibels. But I try to be a really nice neighbor. I went ahead and opted to have an additional generator, one of the quiet Honda gas ones, just to be that much quieter for my neighbors when we're charging. And I'm not the only one using a generator. There's several in the park. Many people using the Honda generators because they are quiet, and most campers are considerate of their other people around them and the guests in the park. They do have bathrooms in the park. There are no showers. You've got freshwater access throughout the park, not at your campsite. Dumpsters for your trash. As you can see, everybody's just got all their different cool rigs. The guy that's got the pickup topper that he's got in the back of his pickup bed. Of course, you always gotta love the vintage Airstreams. Just a beautiful campground. Definitely plan ahead to get in. The Sea Loop in the park is definitely kind of more of the RV friendly area. Just with having generator hours that are limited so that you can charge batteries and cook. You've got a dump station right in the Sea Loop. This gentleman's doing his right now. You got a bed to dump dishwater and of course food scraps and whatnot. The teardrops are pretty cool too. They're real lightweight, so a lot of cars can tow them. Several of the sites here too are actually pull through, which is pretty neat. You don't see that a lot in national parks. Most of them are always back in. And we're back to our campsite. Actually using the Gaia GPS app or similar app if you've already using one, where you can download maps to your phone. That way, I've had very spotty service and I can kind of see where I'm at as I'm traveling, and kind of mark what places I want to go to in advance. When you're coming into Acadia National Park, I definitely recommend stopping by the Hull Cove Visitor Center. I've got one of the park maps here. The park ranging staff there, they're super helpful. If you're into biking, if you're into hiking, they'll give you their recommendations, based on your skill set or level that you're wanting to do and how hard or how easy, views that you're looking for. One nice thing about Acadia is the elevation gain and loss here is pretty minimal. So we did several hikes where I think 30 feet was all we gained or lost. So our 2-year-old was able to do a lot of hiking by himself. I think his favorite part of the park was probably Thunder Hole. He loves seeing the water crashing into the rocks. And of course, sand beach. Any child on the beach playing in the sand and digging and whatnot.